Welcome to Class 6. Challenge yourself in this class by adding the arms to your lunge pose and keeping your balance. And you need your arm and shoulder strength to push yourself back on just one arm. For the warm up, start by kneeling down onto the back of your mat. If your knees are sensitive, double the mat or put a towel underneath your knees. Bring your knees wide and your heels together. If you can, sit onto the back of your heels. If this is not possible yet, stay forwards on your hands. Bring the hands to the floor in front of you as wide as your mat. Make sure the hands are under your shoulders. Try to arch the lower back and push yourself from the hands back. The hips move back towards your bottom until your sit bones are towards your heels. Stay here for a few long breaths. See if you can extend your arms forward a bit more. Inhale, bring your chin to the chest, squeeze your bottom and round your back, rolling forwards. Keep rolling forwards until your shoulders are over your wrists. Exhale, arch the back, and push the hips back until the sit bones come towards your heels again. Bring your forehead to the floor. Inhale, chin to chest, pull the belly in and round your back. Squeeze your bottom and move your hips forward until your shoulders are over your wrists. Exhale, arch your back, push the hips back onto the heels. Inhale, chin to chest, pull the belly in and round your back. Squeeze your bottom and move your hips forwards until your shoulders are over your wrists. Push yourself away from the floor with your hands. Exhale, arch your back, push the hips back onto the heels. Inhale, chin to chest, pull the belly in and round your back. Squeeze your bottom and move your hips forwards until your shoulders are over your wrist. Exhale, arch your back, push the hips back onto the heels. Sit back onto your heels and bring your knees together. For this pose, you will again be kneeling. Squeeze the bottom, move the hips up, and come onto your knees. Lift the chest up and draw the shoulders back. Interlace the hands behind your head. For this exercise, it's important that you really squeeze the bottom and push your hips forwards over your knees. Inhale, bring the chin back and press the head into the hands. As you exhale, press down in both knees as hard as you can and turn your body towards the right. Inhale again. As you exhale, squeeze the belly and move back to center. Inhale deeply. Exhale, squeeze the bottom and turn to the left. Push down into both knees. Inhale, exhale, turn back to center. Inhale, exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale, exhale, turn back to center. Do this a few times. Make sure the hips don't move. Push down on your knees and lift the ribs up. And squeeze the bottom. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and press your head back into your hands as firmly as you can. Inhale before you move and exhale with the movement. Come back to center and release your hands. Stretch out your feet and sit back onto your heels. From a kneeling position, place both hands in front of you on the mat and step the right foot forward. The knee should be over the heel, but not in front. You may need to slide your foot forward more. Bring both hands onto the right knee. Keep leaning forward with your whole body weight on your front knee. Tuck the toes of the back leg under. Stay leaning forward and straighten the left leg. Press down to both hands, chin to chest, and start to round your back, lifting away from the front leg. Hold the balance steady by squeezing the bottom tightly as you roll up all the way. Squeeze both legs tightly. Release your hands and bring them forwards. The fingertips are reaching forward. Keep moving your arms up, the palms turning inwards, until your arms are next to your ears. Breathe deeply 5 times. Keep squeezing the back leg. Pull the knee up and push your heel towards a wall behind you. Strongly press down in the front foot. To come out, keep squeezing your legs and move your arms forward. Lean forward and reach the fingertips to the floor. Lower your left knee down. Slide your right foot back and change sides. Bring your left knee forwards. The knee should be over the heel but not in front. You may need to slide your foot forward more. Bring both hands onto the left knee. Keep leaning forward with your whole body weight on your front knee. Tuck the toes of your right leg under. Stay leaning forward. Start to straighten the right leg. Press down into both hands, chin to chest, and start to round your back, lifting away from the front leg. Hold the balance by squeezing the bottom tightly as you roll up all the way. Roll your shoulders down. Squeeze both legs tightly. Release your hands and bring them forwards. The fingertips are reaching forward. Keep moving your arms up, the palms turning inwards until your arms are next to your ears. Breathe deeply 5 times. Keep squeezing the right leg. Pull the knee up and push your heel towards a wall behind you. Strongly press down in the front foot. To come out, keep squeezing your legs and move your arms forward. Lean forward and reach the fingertips to the floor. Lower your right knee down and slide the foot back. Sit back onto your heels. Bring your feet parallel and apart in a wide stance, but only as wide as you still have stability. Both feet are pointing forwards to the long side of your mat. Squeeze the leg muscles so the legs are really strong. Bring your hands into the hips. Move your elbows back, move your shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and pull your belly in. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, push your hips backwards with your hands and lean forwards. Keep the shoulder blades squeezing together. Keep the elbows together. Look to the floor in front of you. Squeeze your legs and release the hands towards the floor. Try to touch the floor with your fingertips and make your stance wider if needed. Walk your fingertips forward if you can. The hips keep pushing back. Squeeze the legs tightly and release your head. Pull your belly in and press your feet strongly into the floor. Walk your hands a bit wider if you need to. Breathe deeply 5 times. Relax your neck. Keep squeezing your legs and pull the knees up. See if you can walk forward a bit more on your fingertips. Then push the hips back. To come out of the pose, lift your head and walk your fingertips back towards you. Squeeze your legs and bring your hands onto the hips. Lift yourself up and keep your back straight. Release the hands and walk your feet together. Come down onto all fours. Your hands are as wide as your shoulders, or even as wide as your yoga mat. Your middle finger is always pointing forward to the top of your mat. Bend your elbows slightly. Tuck your toes under, arch your lower back, and pull the belly in. Push the sit bones back until the knees lift off the floor. Move your hips up and back towards the ceiling, keeping the arch in the lower back. Lift your heels and keep your knees bent. Keep pushing through your arms, then walk both feet as wide as your mat. Look forwards to your hands. Take your left hand off the floor and reach across the outside of the right shin bone. Keep pushing down through the right arm and push the hips back and up. If you need to, you can bend the opposite left knee. Breathe deeply 5 times. Push yourself through the power of the right arm. Keep the chin to your chest. Your hips keep pushing up and back. To come out, look forward to your right hand and place the left hand back on the floor. Push yourself back strongly through both hands. Change sides. Bend your knees slightly. Take your right hand off the floor and reach it across the outside of the left shin bone. Keep pushing down through the left arm and push the hips back and up. Bend the opposite right knee if you need to. Breathe deeply 5 times. Push yourself away from the floor with your left arm. Keep the chin to your chest. Your hips keep pushing up and back. To come out, look forward to your left hand and place the right hand back on the floor. Push yourself back strongly through both hands. Bring your chin to the chest. Round your back, roll forward. Bring your shoulders over your hands. Lower the knees to the floor. Place your feet down and sit back onto your heels. Stand with your feet about hip width distance apart. Feet straight. Squeeze your leg muscles and firmly push down through your feet, including the heels and all toes. Put your hands on the hips. Make sure the hips don't move to one side. Pull your belly in. You will need your core strength for your balance. Shift your body weight onto the left leg. Keep the left leg squeezed. Turn the right knee out and slowly move the right foot up to the inside of the left leg. Press the foot against the leg and the leg against the foot. Keep your belly pulled in and push down strongly in the left leg and foot. Lift your foot a bit higher if you can. Slowly release your arms to the side and bring them in a big circle above your head. As you push the hands up, palms are facing each other. Keep pushing down into the foot and squeeze your left leg. Breathe deeply 5 times. If you lose your balance, try again. Keep squeezing strongly into your left leg. Keep the right hip open. To come out, slowly lower down your arms and bring your hands to the hips. Place the foot down. Change sides. Stand with your feet parallel. Squeeze your leg muscles. Put your hands on the hips. Make sure the hips don't move to one side. Draw your belly in, then shift your body weight into the right leg. Keep the right leg squeezed. Turn the left knee out, then gently move the left foot up to the inside of the right leg. Press the foot against the leg and the leg against the foot. Keep your belly pulled in and push down strongly in the right leg and foot. Release your arms and bring them in a big circle over your head. Palms facing each other. Push down to the right leg. As much as you reach up, push down to the right leg. Breathe deeply 5 times. If you lose your balance, try again. Keep squeezing strongly into your right leg. Keep the left hip open. To come out, slowly lower down your arms and bring your hands to the hips. Place the foot down. Release the arms. Come onto all fours. Hands are under your shoulders, knees under your hips. This time, come forward over your wrists. Bring your chest forwards. Stretch out one leg behind you, then the other one, until you're in a high push-up position. Pull your belly in and lift your body away from the floor, without rounding the back. Your eyes are looking forwards. Your legs are fully straight. Squeeze them away from the floor, pulling the knees up. Start to lower the knees to the mat, without touching the floor. Keep your belly squeezed in, then pull the knees up. Keep everything very still. Then lower the knees to the floor again. They slightly come forwards to the mat. Pull them up again. Keep your legs squeezed. Do this a few more times if you can. Slowly lower the knees, keep your belly squeezed, your hands pushing away from the floor. Push back up and squeeze the legs, heels pushing back. Then lower one knee to the floor, then the other one. Place your feet down and sit back. Lie on your back and extend the right leg flat on the floor. Bring the left knee towards your belly and your chest and hold it with your right hand. So you reach across with the right hand. Your right hand will come to the outside of the left knee. Open the left arm to the floor, up to shoulder height, and press the hand, arm, and shoulder to the floor. Keep pressing the left shoulder down into the floor and allow the right hand to gently pull the left knee towards the floor. Breathe deeply 5 times. It's very important that the left shoulder stays pressed against the floor. Your knee does not have to touch the floor as you turn. Turn your head to the opposite direction and look towards the left hand. To come out of the pose, release the right hand and turn your knee back to center. Straighten your left leg. Change sides. Bring the right leg towards your belly and chest. Take the left hand over the outside of the right knee and open the right arm flat onto the floor at shoulder height. Press the right shoulder onto the floor. Use your left hand to pull the right knee towards the floor. Only turn as far as you can still keep the right shoulder on the floor. Turn your head to the opposite direction. Breathe deeply 5 times. It's very important that the right shoulder stays pressed against the floor. Your knee does not have to touch the floor as you turn. Turn your head to the opposite direction to the knee. To come out of the pose, release the left hand and turn your knee back to center. Bring both feet onto the floor and stretch out your legs. For the final relaxation, stay on your back and close your eyes. Place your legs as wide as the mat and let your feet fall to the outside. Squeeze your shoulder blades together under your back so that your chest lifts a little bit. Let your arms relax to the side of your body with your palms turned towards the ceiling. Breathe deeply 5 times and relax. Stay here for 2 minutes. In your own time, open your eyes and slowly sit back up.